This ATL trip was a dud. Kimmy is a dud. Um, Martell is a disappointment. And when it comes down to Tisha, girl, let's get into the review, child. Let's get into the review. What's going on, you guys? It's Be Your Boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for my review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4. I forgot what number episode this is, but yeah, we here for tonight's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville that literally just went off like 7 minutes ago. But before we get into tonight's episode, I just want to let you know what I got coming up. Be sure to tune in on Tuesday for the Whether You Like It or Not TV panel, Season 3. It will be on Giving You the Real Tease channel, and it will be starring myself, Terrence, Sakina, Really B, and Josiah is on a leave of absence. He wasn't there last week and he won't be there this week, but he probably will be back next week because he's moving right now. So as of right now, Reggie will be sitting in his spot until he comes back. So it will be me, Terrence, Sakina, Really B, and Reggie holding it down on Tuesday night at 9:15 Eastern Time on Terrence's channel. And Roasted Review is back, and we will be coming back on Wednesday. Now, I got to figure out how we gonna do this because we've been gone for 2 weeks. Terrence was sick. I was out of town, and then, I had the interview with Kiki this past Wednesday, so we've been on a 2-week hiatus. So we probably gonna have to talk about a lot of stuff in regards to these last 2-3 episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville and see what we can do about that. So Roast Review will be coming back, and I think it'll be on my channel this week. So we're gonna get that thing together so you guys can have a pretty good show, okay? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we still in Atlanta, and I must say that this Atlanta trip wasn't entertaining at all. And I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck about this trip. I'm like, when is this trip over with? That's what I want to know. When is this trip fucking over with? Because I'm tired of this trip. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm ready for us to be gone from Atlanta. But we're having like a wine lunch, basically. It's like another, like, I don't know if it's a wine tasting or a wine lunch for Martell's new wine that's coming out, which is named after his mama. Now, first of all, Martell swear he's an Instagram thot, and he loved to put on some dead animal to cover up his man breast. Like, he loves to do that. He swear he a bad bitch. He really do. And he kind of is a bad bitch in a sense, but he just a cheating bad bitch who doesn't have any self-respect or any respect for the women that he dates. However, he put on this fur, looking like he waiting on the clock at the Flavor of Love. Like, it's like, Martell, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll do, like, I just don't know what he got on or what I got to say about what he got on. I just know he's a damn mess. It's time for him to say a speech, and Martell is just drunk. He drinking off his own supply. And I just don't think that that's a good idea when you got to get your ass up there and do a whole speech and talk about your wine and the background of your wine and what this wine means to you. He gets up. He calls up all his friends. He calls up Maurice. He calls up Marceau, Big Lou. And he calls up Chris Fletcher and somebody else. And he's sitting up there trying to launch this wine, but he cursing. Not professional. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I know what I give on my videos. I know exactly what I give on my videos. But at the same point in time, it's like, if I had to get up there and represent myself, I'm not going to get up in front of a bunch of people and do a whole bunch of cussing and all that other shit. I can say that for my videos. That's what I do to entertain folks, is curse. That's what I do. So I'm sorry, y'all, I'm messing with my camera. Yes, it's right back in the right place. So that's what I do to entertain people. I'm not going to go up there and try to, sit up there and try to represent myself and my brand and get up there and make a fool of myself. Because that's exactly what he did. He went up there and made a fool of himself. He did a whole bunch of cursing. He kept on stopping and pausing, not knowing what he was going to say. And I'm like, who would want to buy this shit at this point? Because I would want to buy it. You ain't taking it seriously enough for me. So what make you think I would want to buy this shit? Let's just be real about it. Why would I want to buy this shit? Just be real about it. Why would I want to buy it? So it's just like Martell needs some help. He needed to write some shit down. Melanika is always around to do every damn thing else, so he should have wrote everything down. But when they showed those damn flashbacks, it seems as though Melody pretty much was his cushion. She got up there and spoke for everybody. You know how singing groups have a spokesperson. You know how when Destiny's Child, when it was 4 of them, Latavia didn't really do too much singing. So when it came down to the interview, she did a lot of the speaking. Or when it came down to B2K, J Boog was the finest one in the group. So he talked more than anybody else. You know, Melody was their spokesperson. When they was doing business or when they was the couple and doing all of this other stuff, she was the one that was speaking all the time. And it shows. So Martell was just fucking up. Like he fucked up pretty much. Like cause he didn't come across as a professional. He didn't come across as a man that's launching a wine, like straight up. So after the speech, his Uncle Sam, who I think is fine as hell, his Uncle Sam got pissed. His Uncle Sam was pissed off. And it's just like, he was pissed off. And at first I was kind of confused by him being so mad. But at the same time, if you're doing a wine that's honoring your grandmother, which is Uncle Sam's mom, then maybe you should have brought Uncle Sam up instead of bringing in some men that you barely even like, that you just had issues with. He felt like that's my mama, man. Like, that's my mama, nigga. Like, you got my mama, you know, as the name of your wine and shit. And then you got all these, you know, these motherfuckers up here that don't really know my mama at all. And I think he felt slighted just due to the fact that he's up there talking about his mama, but at the same point in time, he wasn't invited up there. He got Marceau up there, who he barely likes. He got Maurice up there. He got Big Lou up there, who he barely knows. So it's like, if you're going to talk about my mama and this wine is named after my mother, why won't you have me up there? And at first I didn't understand it, but the more I sat back and I listened and I thought about it, I said, I would understand why he would feel just a tad bit slighted, just due to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that the wine is named after his mama, his deceased mama. So he feels like he should be the one that should be up there. And I think he got a point. So when he was trying to tell Martell about it, Martell kept saying, he tried to leave. He was trying to leave. He wasn't trying to make a scene, but Martell went behind him and did what? Made a scene. So he went out there, and as he was trying to leave, Martell was like, what's wrong? And then, you know, he kept saying, that's my mama, man. That's my mama. And then here go Martell. We are on national TV. Don't you dare do this on national TV. It's called a reality show. So it's like when it's time to really be real about some shit, you don't want to play a part in it. Like, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. Like, you know, it's okay when everybody else's drama is on display, but when your uncle is about to get up in your ass, you can't seem to handle that. Oh, we on national TV. So I'm sorry, I'm fixing my light. We on national TV. So don't you do that. No, what you knew was that Uncle Sam was ready to get up in your ass. That's what you knew. So you didn't want to get checked on national TV, but that shit already happened. He didn't already checked your ass already. So there was really nothing that you could do about it because he had already checked your ass any goddamn way. So it really didn't matter what you said or what you had to say. He already checked you. You just didn't want to get checked no more on national TV. And that's fine. Sometimes you don't want to get checked. It's okay, but we already know it. So it's like at this point, you know what I'm saying? He is over it. Like, Uncle Sam is over it. He's ready to go. And then, you know, Chris had told the guys that Uncle Sam was mad. And then they was like, well, why is he mad? And then, you know, he was trying to explain it. And he was like, well, you know, that's his mother. So he probably felt like he should have been up there instead of us. I think that's what Chris said. And I think that's what Marceau said. But here come Maurice looking like a damn lemon head, trying to defend Martell, trying to see so much purity into him and trying to be so optimistic. You only kissing Martell ass because you know that he got some tea on you and you don't want that tea to drip. That's the only reason why you up his ass so much. Please stop it. Because that's the only reason why you up his ass. And I'm going to need for you to stop it. Please stop being up his ass so much. Stop being up his ass, Maurice. Because you know that was some bullshit. You know that he could have did so much better with that speech, especially when it was involving his grandmother and the wine was named after his grandmother. Don't you think it would have been more logical for him to have his uncle up there with him instead of one of y'all? I mean, let's be honest about this. But Maurice doesn't want to be honest about anything. And it's pretty clear that he's not honest about much this season. You know, I've lost a lot of respect for Maurice this season, child, because he seems to be just as much as a liar as everybody else involved. That's how I feel. Because, child. Hold on, you guys. So then the next thing is Lewis and Tiffany. So we back in Huntsville, and the first thing we see is Lewis and fucking Tiffany. I don't even really want to talk about them, but I guess I'll go on and talk about them. So they discussed the ATL trip. You know, Tiffany got all these damn questions. She asked him 21 questions, like 50 Cent and Nate Dogg. He answering all the questions, and then this whole sexual frustration conversation. I'm over this sexual frustration conversation. Like straight up. Tiffany, either you gonna fuck the man or you're not gonna fuck the man. It's one or the other, because these stories are not adding up. Because one minute you saying you get dicked down by Lewis, but on another hand, Lewis saying you ain't giving him none. So it's kind of like y'all are coming up with shit just so we can have a show when you really ain't got to do that, when all you got to do is just be your boring ass selves. If you ain't got no real marital issues, then you ain't got to fake the funk and make some up for the sake of a storyline, because when you do that, we know that you making up shit. That's just the facts. Like, we know you making it up once you start making it up, because it's obvious that you're making it up. It's just that fucking obvious. And I'm just over it. Like I said before, I actually like Lewis. I don't too much care for Tiffany like that, but I do like Lewis. I think that he's a more likable person than Tiffany is. That's my personal opinion. You know, and like I said, these are my eyes. And if you don't like it, you can pluck them out and give me 2 more. That's how I feel about it. So yeah. But I just think that at the end of it all, it's crazy. I think it's crazy, and I think that Tiffany needs to see exactly what's really going on with Lewis, because in a sense, Lewis is opening up the door for him to cheat. Like, he's making any excuse to go out and cheat, in my opinion. But I don't know if this shit real or if it's not. I don't know if they're just making up some shit for a storyline at this point, because it's like the juice is out of Love and Marriage Huntsville at this point. And I'ma just say this because I was looking at Empress Radio's video earlier today. Shout out to Empress. You know, I fucks with Empress. We love Empress Radio over here at Scott.Nature TV. And she was talking about how Love and Marriage Huntsville has gotten toxic. And it has. I mean, I've been preaching this for a very long time, and I'm not going to spend this whole review, you know, talking about the toxicity. I'm sorry. Toxicity of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm not going to spend the entire video talking about it, but it's true. It's the fans. The fans are making it horrible. Social media is making it horrible. People are, bloggers are being attacked. There are bloggers that thinks they're being attacked. It's a lot going on right now over this show. It is. And it's I thought that Real Housewives of Potomac was toxic, but this show is damn toxic. Like, you got Team Mel. They attacking everybody. You got Team Scott. You got Team Nobody, which is me. But, you know, it's like, I interview people. They mad at me because of the way I handle my interviews. I interview Miss Wanda. They think I disrespected her. I interview Kiki. Oh, you had more respect for Kiki than you did for Miss Wanda. You didn't call her out because Kiki, it was no need for me to call Kiki out about anything. If you watch the interview, Kiki explained herself very eloquently. Okay. She knew how to answer the questions, and she wasn't, and she came across very truthful. There were things that I didn't necessarily have to call her out on, whereas Miss Wanda, I had to. In my opinion, I had to, because I felt like she was making excuses for Tisha and just being biased. So if I feel like I need to call somebody out on something, I'm going to do it. But with Kiki, I didn't have to. And that's just what it is. I felt like she brought a lot of clarity to certain situations that we wanted answers for. And that's it. These fans are crazy. And I've been saying it, but to each his own, child. But when it comes down to Tiffany and Lewis, I really don't know what else to say about them. I'm just going to need for them to go on and have some sex. That's exactly what I'm going to need for them to do. Go on, have sex. Put the pussy on him, Tiffany. Maybe he'll stop talking about it. I'm just saying, like, just stop. Like, go on, like, what is it? What's it called? This here another nasty song. Lewis want a freak with no panties on. Tiffany, won't you put the pussy on him? Yeah, girl, Lewis said, won't you put the pussy on him? That's what he want. That's what he want. That's what he want. He want another nasty song. He like the way Tiffany freak with no panties on, and he want her to put the pussy on him. That's what he want, and I just for his sake, I hope that he put the pussy on. That I hope that she put the pussy on him. I really do. I really do. I really do. Period. I do. Just go on, put the pussy on him, and maybe he'll shut the fuck up and stop badgering us on, in TV world and about him not getting none. Just put it on him. Put him on to make him want to marry your ass again. Ride it like a cow, like, take Rashida's advice. Ride it like a cowgirl, up, down, like a bad girl. Do that. But anyway, moving on from them. Kimmy, Maurice, Letitia, and Marcel. Now, this is like a scene that's going back, forth, and forth like a Leah, okay? So, Kimmy and Letitia, they both are asking for details about the trip. My thing with Kimmy and Letitia is this right here. If y'all are so secure like y'all say y'all are, why the fuck are y'all asking all these fucking questions? If I was secure, if my man went on an all-guys trip and I'm secure as I say I am, I'm not going to ask a whole bunch of questions. The most I would ask is, how was the trip? Was the trip cool? Did you have a good time? Whatever. I'm not going to ask about, oh, what y'all do? Did y'all do that? Did you touch this person? Did you touch that? Like, I'm not going to ask all them questions. If I really don't give a fuck, if I'm not bothered, why am I asking all these fucking questions? I'm just being honest, because they give a fuck and they're bothered. It's just that simple. Why am I asking that? Because I already know the answer to it. So then Maurice says that Melanika is male number one because that's what Martell said. And so I'm like, but Melanika, I like Melanika. Don't get me wrong. I actually like her. Like, from the little bit that I've seen of her, I like her. Maurice said that they went to a strip club. Marceau told Letitia that they went to a strip club. Kimmy said, I got one question. Did you touch any of those girls? Kimmy, what do you think happens when you go to a strip club? Now, I don't go to strip clubs. I don't have no damn reason to go to those strip clubs. I'm not interested in no strip club. That's just me. I ain't interested in no goddamn strip club. That's just me. But they probably got a lap dance. They probably smack the ass or two. That's what they do at strip clubs, which is why married men shouldn't even go to no strip clubs anyway. Maurice mentions the different activities that they did, like the rage room, they had breakfast, all that other stuff. Then Kimmy and Maurice discuss Lewis, because Lewis was saying that he had sexual issues. And then, Kimmy was talking about all the stuff that Tiffany had told her. And it's like we pillow talking in the kitchen pretty much. They telling everybody business to each other. But I guess that's what married people do. And then, Letitia and Marceau starts discussing like sexual importance. And for me, Marceau just shows how much of a dirty dog he is in this conversation. Like he just shows it every time. And I'll be looking at Tisha like, do you not hear the things that your man is saying? Like Marceau is just an asshole anyway. He's always been a fucking asshole in my opinion. So, it's not. Letitia was making some good points. Y'all want these women to sit at home, take care of the kids, clean up the house, take the kids to piano lessons, do whatever while y'all go out with your boys. You work all day, you go out with your boys, you go play golf, you go out to the club, you go out to the bars, then we come home drunk and now you want to fuck. That's not the way it goes. They've been doing shit all day. And what have you been doing? Okay, you work. Okay, cool. But you went out. And now because you drunk and now you horny, you expect me to be ready to fuck you. No, bitch, I'm tired. So no, I'm not going to give you none. No, you got to meet people halfway because it's not just about you. It's about your spouse too. That right. It's not just about you. It's also about your spouse too. Okay, period. That's what you need to know, and that's what you need to fucking understand. Marceau is just, he just shows you that he's a narcissistic ass nigga. That's why him and Martell were friends. And that's partially why they can't get along, because they're too much alike. My opinion, my eyes, and like I said, if you don't like it, you can pluck them out and give it 2 more. Period. Okay. So then we get into Letitia and Dr. Francis. I love Dr. Francis. I would love for Dr. Francis to be my therapist, because I'm on the lookout for another therapist, because I plan on going back to therapy. So Dr. Francis was looking at Tisha like all of us. Letitia makes too much. She makes too many excuses for Marceau's behavior. I be feeling like Letitia knows that Marceau be wrong, and she be knowing that Marceau be full of shit, but in the same breath, she don't want to say shit. And I think that that's wrong. When I ain't gonna say that's wrong. I think that that's bullshit, because you know that he be treating you, he be gaslighting the hell out of you. He don't answer questions all the way through, him nor his brother. He treats you like you are a maid. He thinks that you're supposed to be seen and not heard. That's the way that he acts. And if you were doing half of the things that he was doing, he would not like this shit. But most men don't like it when women pull a them on them. And that's why my straight friends get so pissed at me, because I call it as I fucking see it. I call it as I see it, period. I call it as I see it. It is what it is. I call it as I see it, because I don't give a damn if I'm your friend. I'm not going to sit up there and let you try to play it like, you know, you're the victim in these situations, and you're not. A lot of men feel like because we're men, we're supposed to, you know, be down with the bullshit that they be down with. And I ain't finna be down with none of the bullshit. Let's just be clear. They be thinking, oh, you taking up for them. You taking up for these women. You always taking up for the woman. It ain't about taking up for the woman. It's about what's right and what's wrong. Like, I know my cousin, and he's a very close cousin of mine. He used to get so angry with me because when it came down to him and his old girlfriend that I'm very close to, he'll get mad at me because I call him out. I'm like, you say you don't want her, but in the same breath, you got her taking care of you, you got her doing things for you, and it's like, you think that the relationship isn't working, but you're not saying that. You're allowing her to cater to you when you really, in your mind, don't want to be with her. And I think that that's foul, and I think that you should leave her if you don't want to be with her. Don't string nobody along. Oh, you taking up for her because you cool with her. See, he hated the fact that I was friends with her. But you brought her into my life, and it ain't my fault that I like her. But I'm not defending her because I like her, and I'm not defending her because she's my friend. I'm defending her because I've been in that predicament before. I've been in that predicament where a man really did not want me, but allowed me to cater to his every fucking need when he really didn't want to be with me in the first place. And I've seen those things happen. So as your cousin, why would I sit there and let you be a fuck nigga? If I see fuck nigga behavior, I'm gonna call it out. Same way with my straight friends. They love saying, oh, you love defending these bitches. You love defending these hoes. You love doing this. It's not because I'm defending the women. It's not that. It's just that I see things from a different lens, and I try to see things in so many ways. Don't get me wrong. My female friends, they get called out too, but these straight men know that they be wrong for how they be treating their women, and I'm going to call them out. And the fact that Tisha want to act like she didn't see nothing wrong with him going to Africa is blasphemy. Girl, you know that this shit was some bullshit. Stop fooling yourself and thinking that you're fooling everybody else, because you ain't. Stop. Be honest. You're not really fulfilled in this relationship with Marceau because Marceau act like you're dumb. And every time I see you in the scene with him and he be talking to you crazy, not really crazy, but very condescending, I be like, poor Vera. Poor Vera. That's what I say about people who ain't got no damn sense. Poor Vera. That's how I feel about Letitia sometimes. Because I be like, girl, boss the fuck up. Let that nigga know you smart. Ugh, girl. I'm rooting for you, Tisha. I'm rooting for you, honestly. And this is coming from somebody who really don't really care for Tisha that much. I'm rooting for her to really do better by herself. So then Martell and Marlene. I love me some Miss Marlene. I'm glad I seen her. She's very Southern. I love it. They sitting there and they discuss, you know, they drinking on the wine. They eating a big ass salad. I wanted this salad. I wanted that big ass salad they was eating. Put some cheese and some ham particles up in there and put some damn ranch dressing, drown that shit with ranch dressing, bitch. That was gonna be some good ass salad. But anyway, they discussed the Uncle Sam incident. And then, she basically said, you got people up there that don't even know your mama, but that's his mama. And he probably felt like you should have included him in it. And then he said, well, I understand that. I'm not a good speaker. I'm not this, I'm not that. Stop making excuses for yourself, Martell. We know you're not a good speaker. We know you're not a good husband. You're not a good man. You may be a good father, but you're not a good human being. We know all of this stuff about you. So save it. We know it. But you got to stop making excuses for yourself. At the end of the day, you should have did better by that whole situation. That's just the truth. You should have did better by that situation. You should have conducted yourself in a better way. And you should have brought your uncle up there with it being named after his mama, your grandmama. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Stop blaming Mel for all of your issues. Stop blaming everybody else for your issues. You blame your grandmother's death for you not going up for the NFL. Stop doing it. It's like, stop making it everybody else's fault. Stop bringing other people into the equation. You're a grown-ass man. You're in your 40s. You need to go ahead and think about the things that you've done to fuck up your own life. Stop using everybody else as an excuse or as a reason for the reasons why you further messed up your life. Take all of your experiences and all of the things that you've been through already, take those as a reason to change your sorry ass life. That's all I got to say about it. So we get to the last scene of the night, and that's Kimmy and Mel. They discussed the ATL trip. And then, Melody was like, well, do you trust Maurice on a trip with Martell? Do you have a problem with it? And Kimmy said that she does trust Maurice on a trip with Martell. She doesn't have a reason not to. So when she says that, it's the look on Melody's face. And I'm just like, Melody acts like she wants these women's husbands to be cheating on them just so she can trauma bond. That's how it comes across sometimes to me, because it's like she's been through it already, right? Like, she got cheated on, she got out of that relationship and everything. So I think she has a clouded view on men, but in the same breath, she knows the type of men that Martell was hanging around with, like Marceau and Maurice. She probably knows things that a lot of us don't know. So it's like she's planting seeds. I feel like at times she's planting seeds of doubt in these women's heads about their men. But that may not be what she's doing. But that's how it comes across when I look at it. Like, when she says stuff and people be like, well, I don't think it's like that. And when they don't agree with her, she sips on her drink like, like, girl, like, it's like she'll be happy if they tell her that they have doubts about their husbands. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. I know folks gonna get mad at me for saying it, but I don't care at this point. It's beyond me. But at the same time, Kimmy need to stop lying, though, because she know that she cared. She know that she didn't trust Maurice on no trip with Martell, because if she did care, if she did trust him, she wouldn't have been asking him all of those fucking questions. Let's keep it a buck. She cares. And that's just that on that, period. Okay? So they discuss the uncle going off on Martell. And then they discussed Melanika, and Melody said, oh, I know Melanika. She was our wedding planner, and she quit 2 weeks before the wedding. She went off on Martell. She said, you be cheating. She said all of this on the phone and everything. She said all that before y'all got married? And she was like, yeah. So it looks to me like Melody and Melanika got a pass because that was her wedding planner. So Melanika been around for years on top of years on top of years since the very beginning. So she been around. And the episode went off abruptly when she started spilling tea on Melanika. And I want to know more tea about Miss Melanika. So hopefully we get to continue that fucking scene when next week come on. But with that being said, y'all, this is my review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also be sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops, okay? And also, if you want to follow me on any form of social media, all my social media would be in the description box. My Instagram, my Twitter, and my new TikTok. All of that will be down in the description box. So with that being said, you guys, I am out of here until my next video. I will holler at you guys later. I'm going to work on some Yes for the Mess videos for tomorrow at lunchtime when y'all getting out of church and all that other stuff, because there's a lot of stories that's been sent to me in regards to Caesar and Black Ink Crew and Tati and Duchess and shit like that. People been sending me all kinds of stuff. Erica Mena, is a lot that I can talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead in this video, go eat, make my graphics for tomorrow's videos, record those videos, and take my ass to sleep. I'm tired, y'all. But with that being said, you guys, your boys out of here. Until the next video, I'll holler at you good people later. Peace out.